Hey guys, it's Allison. So I am going to New York the first week of December and I'm super excited. My boyfriend and I are going to be celebrating our anniversary, but let's just say I have never been outside of California in the winter, so I feel like I have a bit of prep work to do. I could probably get away with just like wearing a ton of layers and then bringing my heaviest coat, but to be honest, I don't really have a lot of quality warm clothes. Like I don't really have cashmere sweaters, I don't have like a down jacket, and those are some of the things that I want to get for this trip just so I can be comfortable and still like look somewhat cute. So I have a list of some of the things that I know I want to get for this trip. Obviously I don't want to spend like a ton of money since I don't live in a climate where it gets very cold. I'm going to see if I can like thrift things, definitely try to shop secondhand. Sorry, it's like the morning so my voice is like this. I'm gonna try to see if I can find anything at the thrift store, but I feel like I'm probably just going to end up getting a lot of the stuff from like Poshmark or Depop, just because it's like a lot easier to narrow down your search, especially if you're like looking for something that's a bit more of like a high quality kind of material. So yeah, at the end of this video I'll just show you everything that I got. You guys can be a judge of whether or not you think I'm prepared, and I'm really excited, so let's just get into it. Subtle animal print vibes, you know, but it looks a little bit too big. I don't usually find coats at the thrift store, but I found this like suede fleecy Sherpa jacket, and it's definitely big even though it's like a size small. I know, it's kind of cool. I'm really torn on this. I think it's a little too big. It's like fake Fendi. Found this sweater and I really like the like knit detailing on the yoke and the sleeves. I've been really into sweaters like that, but I think this one is a little too small and I would like a chunkier knit ideally. I literally just grabbed the bottom of the sweater to check the tag for what fabric it's made out of, and then I was like, what? It's purple. I actually like the color on this one. It's like it's showing up a bit brighter on camera, but it's like a nice dark brown and tan kind of marled knit, but it's an extra large and it's way too big. Okay, I have just been finding so many things to film, but I finally found a nice material sweater. This one's 100% merino wool, but you can totally tell that this wasn't properly laundered, I guess. Like it feels super like tight, the knit, and like really fuzzy and pilly. So I feel like someone just like threw this into a wash and dryer, and it's a size large, but it looks more like a small. So gonna pass on that one. I'm really into it, but it's ginormous. Okay, I finally found something that I actually think is really cute. This is a little cardigan and it has like a scalloped knit on the ends, and I think that's really cute. I'm not sure what material it's made out of. I don't think it's cotton, unfortunately, but it doesn't feel too bad. And this random leather jacket is in this like long sleeve aisle, but if it were in a smaller size I would have totally gotten it. I've been seeing jackets, like leather blazers like this everywhere now, and I'm kind of into the look. I don't think I can pull it off really, but yeah, maybe if they were a bit cheaper. I liked the black detail on this cardigan, but nah. This one I really like on. I don't think it's too sheer just to wear as a top. I like it. Okay, so I was looking at ordering some secondhand cashmere sweaters, and this one was a pretty good price. I got it for like $30 or so, but it came yesterday, and I would show you like a try-on clip, but I have makeup on and I don't want to accidentally get makeup on the sweater because I'm going to return it, and that is because this sweater is like incredibly sheer. Like you can definitely see my fingers, you can see a nude bra wearing it underneath, And I feel like that defeats the purpose of getting a cashmere sweater that like feels nice and soft on the skin. So even though, oh, there's actually also a small little hole. It was on the sleeve. There's a small hole right here on the wrist, and I know cashmere is like super hard to take care of, and that's why it's like hard to find ones that don't have any holes or peeling and are in good condition. But yeah, that hole wasn't disclosed in the listing, and neither was like how sheer it was. I ordered this through Mercari, and this isn't like sponsored or endorsed or anything. I'm just telling you about my experience with Mercari, and so far it's been really good. They have a pretty easy process on like initiating a return. So you just have to take a bunch of pictures and then like say what was damaged or undisclosed, and customer service person actually like replied really quickly in a couple of minutes and approved my request. So now I'm just gonna get a return label and ship this back. Too bad this one didn't work out. I also actually got this little dress in the mail. I ordered it from Poshmark. It's a And Other Stories dress. I was actually considering ordering this for a while, and I saw someone was selling it, so I just decided to get it. And look how cute the combo would be if I like wore a cream sweater over this dress. Hello, I am back, and you know it's serious when I curl my hair and put on some contacts, so I have a good number of stuff to show you guys, so let's just get into it. First, I think I'll just start off with the few pieces that I got from actual thrift stores. As you saw from the clips, I wasn't really having the greatest luck finding like fall winter appropriate clothing, I guess. I'm just pretty picky, I guess, about like sweaters and the materials that they're made out of, and I feel like a lot of fabrics can pill easily, so it's hard to find like a nice good sweater at the thrift store. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I definitely opted for online thrifting for more fall winter appropriate pieces. But I did pick up a couple of things from like Goodwill and stuff, so I'll show you those. So the first one was the only thing I got from the first stop that I made, which was at Goodwill. And usually I don't have good luck at all at that Goodwill in particular, but I tried on a couple of pieces and I actually ended up picking up this one. It's just a large size Banana Republic cotton white polka dot button up. I always like the white and black polka dots, specifically when it's a white shirt with black polka dots that are on the smaller side. I definitely just like smaller prints in general, and I feel like they look better, especially on petite girls. But yeah, it is large. It's pretty oversized on me, and it's quite long, but I actually kind of liked the long look and how it looked untucked. I could always like tie at the bottom or something like that, but I just thought this was a good basic, and I liked the material and all that good stuff. If you watched my last thrift haul thrift video, you know that I was on a mission to get cardigans, and I found another cardigan at another thrift store, and it's this one right here. It's another, did I get a cream colored cardigan? Well, I have bought actually a like new cream colored cardigan, so I do have multiple now. But I just love when I come across knits or just anything that has special details at the thrift store. Like this one has these really pretty scallop details along the collar and the side here, and just has like some big white buttons, and the knit texture is cool. It's like kind of a, I don't know, like a waffled texture. I think it fits me pretty well. I do wish it were a little like baggier, especially in the arms maybe, but I think it's a cute sweater. There are no tags on it, and I don't know what this material is made out of. I feel like it's probably like acrylic or something. It doesn't feel too bad. I think it'll hold up pretty well over time. The next item that I got is definitely my favorite out of like the thrifted items, and it's just this J. Crew like quarter zip in this nice kind of like taupe greenish brown color. It's 100% cotton, and it's a size medium. Over the past like year, I've been really into quarter zips in particular. I just feel like there's something about it that looks a lot more stylish than like a full zip up hoodie or like sweatshirt or something. And also the like kind of dad look is very trendy now. So yeah, I've just been really into this style of sweater, and I think it's really cute. It's pretty oversized on me. I don't know if this is like a men's item, but either way, I love the fit. I feel like the weight of this sweater itself is really nice. Like it's something that you can definitely layer with, but it does provide enough weight and like coziness just to wear on its own. And I've already worn this multiple times since I got it, so that's how you know it's a good find. So that's all the like actually thrifted pieces that I found. I know it's kind of annoying when people are like thrift haul and like most of the clothes aren't actually from thrift stores itself, but I do think it ends up benefiting more people because the internet is accessible to everyone and it's really easy to shop for specific things that you're looking for without wasting so much time to like go to the thrift store and like sift through everything that they have. So I've just become a huge proponent of like online thrifting. So the last video that I uploaded is all about a clothing brand called Faithful the Brand, and I fell in love with their pieces this summer. They just make really beautiful dresses and skirts and like jumpsuits and stuff. But of course their pieces are a little bit more on the pricey side. So even though this is a like fall winter haul, I did end up getting some pretty like summery pieces, but that is because things go on sale and you can get them for cheaper after the season. I think I would mostly recommend shopping out of season only for pieces that like you know that you have liked for a really long time and will continue to like in the future, because I personally noticed that when I've bought clothes out of season that once the next season comes around, I'm not really interested in the item anymore and I don't think it's like as cute. But these two pieces I know I'm going to love and wear for a long time. So if you watched that video, you'll probably already have seen them, but I got these two Faithful the Brand dresses from Poshmark. These are the Faithful the Brand Jeanette dress, and I got them in two prints because I found a seller on Poshmark that actually was selling both in the same size, and I decided to bundle them and offer a lower price to get both of them. I absolutely love these dresses. I do think this one is more fall appropriate. I did wear it like the other weekend and I thought it was perfect. The weather was like a little bit warmer, but it still gives off the fall vibes because of the colors. And these dresses are just so easy to wear because they have really nice long sleeves and they have a more conservative neckline, and the like skirt part isn't too short or anything, so it's just like very comfortable to wear. Sorry, I'm like itching my nose. But even though they're so comfortable, they still just look so chic and stylish, and you can dress them up and wear them with heels or just flat sandals or sneakers even. And I just love both the prints, and there's just so many opportunities I can see myself wearing these in the future. So I did get one more mini dress from Poshmark, and it's this one. It's still pretty fall appropriate, like the color totally screams fall, and it has nice long sleeves and also a nice round neck, and I just think it's really cute. It has a little tie right here at the waist. There is a little bit of damage on the skirt. I don't know if you can see here, but like you can kind of see how this part is like ripped a little bit. I don't know if it's just like because if you do leave it untied, the fabric does hang here, and I feel like if you just like pulled it too much, it might have ripped it. It wasn't enough for me to dispute the like transaction on Poshmark or anything. The dress is still definitely wearable and you don't even notice it once it's on. But this dress is from And Other Stories, and I was actually thinking about purchasing this dress full price back in the summer. I'm glad I didn't because I scored it for a fraction of the price on Poshmark. Alright, one more like fall thrifted purchase, and then I will move on to everything I bought for New York. So the last online thrifted purchase that I made was for a blazer, and it is this one right here. It's a houndstooth blazer, and this is what the fabric looks up close. It's just like a beige and black houndstooth pattern. So I saw this blazer on a like vintage clothing website where people just like resell and curate vintage clothes, and I really liked how this blazer looked on the model. I just really liked how simple the pattern was. I've seen a lot of blazers that have a lot more colors going on and like a stronger plaid pattern, and I just really liked the beige and black houndstooth on this one. I also liked the shape of it because it just has the single button here and the lapels are pretty long. A lot of vintage women's blazers have that shorter fit, which isn't quite as like in style now. So I don't even know how I found this blazer. I think I was just looking through Poshmark and Depop for like all of the houndstooth blazers that were on the website. On the like vintage website, they didn't disclose like the brand or anything, but they did disclose what the blazer was made out of. So that actually helped narrow things down quite a bit because a lot of vintage blazers are actually like wool heavier blazers, and this one is made out of polyester and rayon. I ended up searching on eBay, and that's where I found this guy. It actually worked out perfectly because this size fit me a lot better than the one on the vintage store. It's a size 10 petite. It did come with some pretty massive shoulder pads. The shoulder pads were like under the lining, so I took it to the place where I get my alterations done and I asked them to take out the shoulder pads, and it fits so much better now. I really like the look of blazers. It's just not a piece that I've really incorporated into my style, but on warmer days or like layered under a jacket, I can totally see myself wearing this, and I think it's really cute. Okay, so that's all the like miscellaneous secondhand purchases that I've made recently. But now we're going to move on specifically to the stuff that I wanted to get for New York, where I'm going to face the coldest weather I've ever been in. So I just tried to get a bunch of solid basics that I could wear with a bunch of different things and also wear in California. The first main thing that I wanted to get was cashmere sweaters. I've been watching a lot of like Emma Hill videos, and she always swears by her cashmere jumpers. They just like go with everything and they keep her nice and toasty. So I knew I wanted to get some like high quality sweaters that would layer well but also be very warm. I did a little bit of research because the first cashmere sweater that I ended up getting was a cream colored sweater, and obviously the color has to do a lot with how like sheer it's going to be, but it ended up being a lot sheerer than I was expecting. I wouldn't have been able to wear like just a bra underneath it, like no undershirt. That's when I realized how varying the different qualities of cashmere can be and like how many layers there are. So a lot of people were saying that Land's End makes high quality cashmere sweaters, particularly the men's ones, which irks me so much that like men's clothing is just by default higher quality than women's clothing. But I ended up getting some women's sweaters from Land's End from Poshmark. I got this cream colored one, which is thick enough to wear over just a bra. You can see that the hanger is black underneath, but you can like barely see it underneath. And I also got a black one, which I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I tried washing it for the first time yesterday, and I wanted to experiment and see if I could throw it in machine wash on the delicate cycle, but it came out very, very fuzzy. I'm glad I didn't wash both sweaters at the same time, and I'm definitely going to be hand washing the cashmere sweaters in the future. But honestly, it doesn't look too bad. It's actually kind of cute that it's nice and fuzzy and it's really soft. I also have one more Land's End cashmere sweater on the way. I think it's coming today actually, and I got it in a tan color. So I basically covered all my neutrals. The only one I'm missing is gray, but I don't think I need 4 cashmere sweaters. I got these for really good prices. This one is a size small, which fits me pretty perfectly, but I also fit a medium, which is what I got the cream colored sweater in. And honestly, I'm really excited to wear these sweaters even now because they're just so soft and lightweight, and I really feel like they're going to be worth the hype. So I couldn't have done a winter haul without making a trip to Uniqlo. So I did end up getting some heat tech, of course. I got the ultra warm, which is their warmest level of heat tech. And I don't know why all of their heat tech comes in this like single packaging, like you could just put it on a hanger or something. But yeah, I got the long sleeve crew neck in the off-white color, and I haven't tested it out yet, but I'm really excited to wear it. It has a nice like fleecy layer on the inside, so hopefully it'll be a nice cozy base layer. I also decided to get a pair of leggings because I know some people really recommend layering leggings underneath your pants in the winter. So I ended up getting the like lightest warmth level of heat tech leggings, and I decided to get the lightest one just because I wanted something that was going to be super thin and be really comfortable underneath a pair of pants, just because it's a lot less easy to take off layers on your bottom, and I didn't want to like feel too bulky or uncomfortable or anything. So I just decided to get some of these, and even though they're not like fleece lined, I think they'll be a nice like insulating layer. And of course, the last big clothing item that I had to get for this trip was a coat. So for this one, I probably could have done even more research on like what kind of coat to get, but honestly I narrowed it down pretty quickly. I figured and heard that Aritzia makes really nice winter coats, and since it's a Canadian brand, I figured they know what the cold is like. So I decided to search specifically for a secondhand Aritzia or a TNA coat. I ended up finding this coat for, I think, a pretty great price on Poshmark. I wanted a coat that was black and a little bit longer, hopefully up to my knees at least. And yeah, this fit the bill. I went to Aritzia and kind of tried on some coats just to figure out like what size I was, and I think depending on the line I'm usually like an extra small or a small, but I definitely fit a small a lot better in these coats. It has these magnetic buttons, which is really cool, and the whole body is lined with fur, which I think is amazing. So I think this one is called the Chamonix coat, which is one of their older ones. They don't make it anymore, but yeah, it has this really nice fur lining, a furry hood, and of course the jacket itself has some polyester filling. I was actually hoping for a down jacket because I just swear by my Uniqlo ultra lightweight down jacket, and I figured it would just be the warmest and most lightweight jacket possible. But of course the down jackets are going to be a lot more expensive. I ended up getting this jacket for about like $60 or $70 including shipping and tax. So I think it's a great price for like such a big heavy jacket that like I may or may not only wear like once. So yeah, the jacket is in really good condition, and I think it's just going to go perfectly with all of the outfits that I have for New York, and it'll just be a nice coat to throw on and hopefully stay nice and toasty in. Okay, lastly, I did get a couple of accessories for the cold weather. I knew I wanted to get some gloves with touchscreen capability because I know we're gonna be out and about in the cold and like using our phones a lot to like use navigation and look up places and stuff like that. So I just picked these up from Target, tested these out, and they work pretty well. They have like a nice warm fleece lining inside. I've also heard the many great things about wool socks, so I did order a pair of Smartwool socks just to kind of see how I like them and if they were worth it. These socks are not cheap. They're like close to 20 bucks for one pair. Figured I needed something extra to keep my feet nice and toasty. These seem really nice because they're not like too thick. But yeah, I mean, wool is just a magical fabric, and I figured I needed to get some wool socks if I go to New York. Along with that, I also decided to pick up a wool scarf. So this one is just a nice gray one, and I feel like it'll go with all of the neutral clothing that I plan to wear. Wool scarves aren't like the softest thing. Like, it does feel a teeny bit itchy around the neck, but honestly it isn't too bad, and I feel like everything will be worth it once I'm cold. So that's everything that I got. I did end up spending quite a bit of money, but I feel really good and prepared, and I feel like I did buy like essential things. So if I have any viewers that live in cold climates, let me know how you did. If you have any suggestions on things that I might be missing. I'm only going to be there for like 4 days, so honestly it's not a long trip at all, but I'm really excited, and I think I might continue making a couple of more videos for that upcoming trip, like how I pack and like what outfits I'm planning to wear. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see those videos, and like if you enjoyed watching this one. Thanks, I'll see you in my next one.